humans have spread out to all the corners of the Earth. But what's the next step? Professor Stephen Hawking has warned that the Earth will eventually be hit by a devastating asteroid. This is not science fiction. It is guaranteed by the laws of physics and probability. Basically, an asteroid hitting the Earth is more likely than Donald Trump making America great again. If there was a major asteroid collision, recovery would be tremendously difficult. However, if we had a colony of humans living in space, the unaffected space colony could help recovery and provide support. Asteroids aren't the only threat. There are a host of deadly diseases, volcanic eruptions, and other catastrophes that could end civilization. If none of them happen, there's a chance that Kim Jong-un could go ballistic and start blowing up the world. Here I am, telling you the human race could get wiped off the face of the earth tomorrow, while the biggest worry in most people's minds is whether or not to stand in line for 36 hours to buy the new iPhone the day it's released. I mean, go home, people. The iPhone will be there tomorrow. Probably. So, what is space colonization? The first thing to come to mind when you think of human colonization in space would probably be settlements on Mars or the moon. But there's actually a much more rational and feasible alternative to planetary space colonization. An orbital space settlement. It's a huge spacecraft located in the Earth's orbit, which is big enough for thousands of people to live comfortably. It provides radiation protection, breathable atmosphere, and self-sufficient life support. The first settlements would probably be built only a few hundred miles from Earth in low Earth orbit, which is far enough out that the settlement won't crash into Earth, and low enough that the Earth's Van Allen belts will protect it from raging solar storms, which means you won't have to worry about being set on fire and suddenly exploding while watching a movie. Proximity to Earth of an orbital settlement means that travel back and forth to Earth will only take a few hours. And more importantly, bringing supplies, materials, and equipment from Earth will be relatively easy. A settlement will be easily constructed due to zero gravity construction. Speaking of zero gravity, a settlement will have zero gravity at the center of the settlement to make sure that people experience Earth's normal gravity, which means you'll be able to float on a broom like Harry Potter without the side effect of breaking all your bones. A principal advantage of building space settlements is the ability to create new land rather than taking it from someone else, which will establish a thriving, expansive civilization without the destruction of the Earth's biosphere. A few things that could help in advancement towards building orbital settlements could be advancement in molecular nanotechnology. A branch of nanotechnology is concerned with developing diamondoid mechanosynthesis. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It means building things out of a diamond-like material placed at a molecular scale, placing each atom at a precise location. Simple. Another thing that could help is asteroid mining. If we start mining asteroids, finding the material to build a settlement will be easy. The asteroid series alone has enough material to build a settlement big enough to hold 10 trillion people or more. Building orbital settlements means creating new land for 10 trillion people or more, and maybe making the most important move since life began on this planet.